Tesla wins most American-made car title. Welcome to Tesla Global, the channel where we focus on Tesla news. Let's get into the video. If you need a little more justification to take the plunge and buy a Tesla, consider this. It's your patriotic duty to do so. Tesla has always touted its credentials as an American company that's creating good quality American jobs, and now independent research confirms that a Tesla is the most American-made car you can buy. Cars.com has been publishing its American-made index for 16 years, and now, for the first time, Tesla has taken the #1 spot. Tesla's Model 3 topped the list for 2021. In second place was the Ford Mustang, the legacy gas version, not the electric Mach-E, and in third place was another Tesla, the Model Y. The Jeep Cherokee took fourth place, and the Chevrolet Corvette took fifth. Tesla appeared in the American-made index last year. In fact, all three of its then current vehicles made the top 10. This year, Cars.com was forced to leave Models S and X out of the rankings because it didn't have sufficient data, due to the updated versions that went on sale early in the year. Ranking the American madness of vehicles is not as simple as it might seem. In this age of global supply chains, many cars bearing foreign nameplates are built in the U.S. 4 of the top 10 made in America models are from Honda, assembled in Lincoln, Alabama, and 1 is from Toyota, San Antonio. On the other hand, many cars sold by baseball, hot dogs and apple pie brands such as GM are assembled in Mexico. Furthermore, it's not just about where final assembly takes place. Cars.com considers 5 major criteria in its rankings: assembly location, parts content, engine origins, transmission origins, and U.S. manufacturing workforce. Teslas sold in the U.S. are assembled at the company's Fremont, California, plant. The battery packs and most of the cells come from Gigafactory 2 in Nevada. The most important criterion in Cars.com's American-made index is the final assembly location. There are 45 U.S. plants currently mass-producing light-duty passenger vehicles, run by 14 major automaker groups and their subsidiaries. However, automakers and third-party suppliers operate many additional plants to build powertrains, castings, stampings, batteries and other vehicle parts, and the fact that a given model comes from a U.S. assembly plant doesn't always mean exclusive U.S. assembly, so Cars.com takes that into consideration as well. Another factor in the rankings is the percentage of U.S. and Canadian-made parts. The 1994 American Automobile Labeling Act, AALA, requires automakers to report the overall percentage of U.S. and Canadian content, by value, for most cars. Cars.com also considers the country of origin for the 2 most cost-intensive components of a legacy vehicle, the engine and transmission. Sorting this out can quickly become a labyrinth, as a given model might source engines from different countries. Some models have half a dozen possible combinations of sources for their engines and transmissions. Of course, for electric vehicles, this metric isn't relevant, as the battery is by far the most expensive component, and most EVs don't have much in the way of a transmission. Presumably, Cars.com will update its methodology in the next year or 2. The data automakers report under the AALA doesn't directly reveal the number of jobs attributable to each model's production, so Cars.com measures this as a separate category. We analyze each automaker's direct U.S. workforce involved in the manufacture of light-duty vehicles and their parts, factored against that automaker's U.S. production footprint, to determine its workforce factor. The fact that Teslas are the most American-made cars you can buy is probably not widely known. It certainly isn't, or wasn't, known to the parking lot staff at GM's Wentzville assembly plant in Missouri, where a Tesla owner recently received a parking ticket for parking in a lot reserved for domestic vehicles. Some automakers reserve the best parking spaces at their facilities for American-made vehicles. You want to buy a foreign car? Fine, but you ain't parking it next to my flag-wrapped pickup truck. An unenlightened parking attendant apparently assumed the Tesla was a foreign brand, and gave it a ticket, not realizing that it was more American than the GM vehicles being assembled inside the plant. Tesla is looking to ace all subcategories and individual metrics in safety tests. The Tesla Model 3 with Pure Vision Autopilot may have already secured a top safety pick plus rating from the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, IIHS, but CEO Elon Musk believes that Tesla could still do better. In a post on Twitter, Musk noted that Tesla would be looking to achieve maximum safety scores in those tests, including all of the agency's subcategories and individual tests. The top safety pick plus rating is already the highest overall safety score, and it's quite difficult to achieve too. Vehicles considered as part of the top safety pick plus list must gain good scores in critical tests such as the driver's side small overlap front, moderate overlap front, side, roof strength, and head restraint tests. Good ratings must also be earned by the vehicle's headlights, a metric that has challenged even Tesla in the past. While the Model 3 with Pure Vision Autopilot's overall safety scores in those tests are definitely deserving of a top safety pick plus rating, a look at the vehicle's specific scores in each of the agency's tests would show that there is still some room for improvement. The Model 3's child seat anchors, for example, were only given an acceptable rating. The same was true for the Model 3's driver injury measures for the lower leg/foot during the small overlap front driver side crash test. Those also listed the Model 3's vehicle-to-pedestrian front crash prevention scores as advanced, which is a good score but a step below the car's superior scores in the agency's vehicle-to-vehicle front crash prevention tests. Based on his recent tweet, it appears that Elon Musk or Tesla would not stay still until these metrics have been aced by the Model 3 as well. Tesla may have another shot at improving the Model 3's individual scores with soon, with Elon Musk noting that the vehicle would be retesting in a month or so with improved software. This software would then be uploaded to all Teslas equipped with FSD computers. Such an initiative would make the company's fleet significantly safer, likely through a simple over-the-air update. Tesla's vehicles may be famed for their performance and tech, but the cars themselves are also built to be the safest cars on the road, bar none. This was something that Elon Musk himself highlighted on Twitter when he stated that Tesla's primary design requirement has always been safety. The Tesla Model S, Model X, Model 3, and Model Y safety ratings are all proof of this. Tesla is closing its first ever supercharger to the public. Tesla is closing its first ever supercharger to the public. The supercharger is located at SpaceX headquarters and Tesla's design studio in Hawthorne, California, in southwestern Los Angeles. Since September 2012, the supercharger has been operating for owners in the Los Angeles area. It has been a monumental representation of the beginning of something big, Tesla's world-class supercharging network. Tesla announced the unveiling of the Hawthorne Supercharger, along with 5 other locations, in a blog post on its website back on September 24, 2012, and it's been operational ever since. The idea of the supercharger was simple: create a network of EV charging points for the Model S so that owners could travel long distances with ultra-fast charging. Since this station was built, Tesla has expanded its network to over 25,000 locations worldwide. Upon arriving at the supercharger earlier this week, Reddit user/James10603 noticed a sign on top of the supercharger, indicating that the final day of operation would be July 19. After that, this location would be indefinitely closed to the public. This supercharging location will be closing permanently to the general public on Monday, July 19, the sign said. Additional supercharging sites are located at these nearby locations, and then listing 2 additional supercharger locations that are nearby. Speculation persists on what ultimately was the decision behind making these superchargers closed to the public, but it seems that it could be a security issue. Several owners in the Reddit posting indicated that Tesla had removed this supercharger location from the in-vehicle navigation. One owner said it hasn't appeared on the navigation for at least 7 months. Additionally, some owners said that a Tesla design studio employee said that they requested the supercharger be closed to the public due to security issues. The employee reportedly requested the closure of the supercharger directly to CEO Elon Musk, who indicated that he was a little disappointed, but understands. It appears that the supercharger will remain open to employees at the facility. Tesla has been working to increase the performance of its superchargers. Recently, Musk announced that Tesla would be upgrading its V3 network to 300 kilowatt speeds for faster charging. Its current output is 250 kilowatts, capable of speeds of up to 1,000 miles of range per hour of charging. What do you think of Tesla's idea to try and ace all of the safety tests? Would this allow them to charge more for their cars? Let me know in the comments. That's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video.